The failed British raid on the Tobruk naval base, prepared with considerable diligence by the enemy and conducted by units that had already participated in the defense. The expedition, split into two formations, had to start off on the two roads to the east and to the west of the fortress. Assisted by the powerful air force and navy, the expedition drove on to conquer the outskirts of the port area, allowing the naval forces to penetrate the port. Together, they proceeded to systematically destroy the fleet, military operations, and the fortress warehouses. The vigilant defense, the valor of the Italian and German soldiers, and the prodigies of the skies all helped turn this British expedition into an African Dieppe. The entire defense operation sprung into immediate action despite the intense 4-hour air bombardment. Both to the east and to the west of Tobruk, the enemy forces tried in 4 successive waves to gain ground under the onslaught of the coastal batteries, while units of the Italian infantry and the San Marco regiment decisively counterattacked the enemy. The Italian divisions fought so brilliantly and efficiently that the reserves, ready for any eventuality, were not needed. An enemy ship central to the coastal defense was blown up. Signs of the British defeat. The final figures more than speak for themselves. 576 prisoners, 34 of them officers. The number of dead is unknown, as many died in the sea. 3 destroyers and 3 torpedo boats were sunk by the coastal defenses. 1 cruiser, 1 destroyer, and 4 torpedo boats were sunk by the Italian and German air forces. The remaining troops re-embarked, but were shipwrecked in the retreat and saved by the Italians. One place where the battle raged the most, the Bay of Massa e Lauda. One of the day's undisputed heroes, the San Marco Battalion. Another view of the scene of the hardest fought battle, the desert around Massa e Lauda. A group of English parachutists captured around the fortress. The bay to the east of Tobruk, another position chosen for the British landings. One of the fortress's external defense blockhouses. As well as capturing prisoners and destroying naval units and aircraft, Italian soldiers also seized large quantities of enemy materials and landing gear from the British. The head of the Tobruk Supreme Command delegation, General Barbasetti, inspects the fortress's courageous defenders, accompanied by Admiral Lombardi. The cordial meeting between Marshal Cavaliero and Field Marshal Rommel. The two marshals inspect the troops and the Tobruk defenses. The port soon resumed its feverish activity. And the supply columns continue to transport men and materials to the Egyptian front. Thus ended in one glittering day of victory what in time has come to be known as the African Dieppe. The men of Tobruk continue to keep a close watch over the land, skies and sea.